Anyone who came last year knows that I made the mistake of not writing my speeches before I came up here. And I'm not nearly as good talking off the cuff at these emotional events. So I decided to draft it on my iPad. I was going to use paper, but I feel like that would show how much my hand was shaking. So this is a little more sturdy. Much cheaper. So first of all, I'd like to thank every single one of you for coming. I know that there's probably other things that are on your agendas for Saturday nights. Thank you, it means so much to all of us. That's my cheering section over there. So I guess I can jump into things. For anyone who doesn't know, I got into the acoustics during the second semester of my sophomore year. And also for anyone who doesn't know, that's pretty late in the game. I don't really know what I was waiting for by waiting for so long. I remember Will. Is Will here? No. Well, Will came up to my door freshman year, first semester, and he said, "Hey man, can you sing?" And he woke me up from the middle of a nap, and I just instinctively said no and slammed the door in his face. He probably doesn't remember that at all, but I feel really bad. But honestly, if anyone told me at that moment that I would one day be part of this crazy group, crazy and annoying group, but still very good. Bunch of singing people outside my door, I would have told them that they were crazy. But I guess it was fate that would eventually lead me to audition for the acoustics in Lions 2.5 years ago. I don't know, it seems weird to say. After talking with a few second semester babies, which for anyone who doesn't know are people who get into the group after their first semester. I just lost my place. No, here we go. One universal theme that would continue to come across is how thankful they were to have joined the acoustics. I wish I could have the good sense to audition for the acoustics during my freshman year. I wish I could stand up here and tell you that I had no regrets. But my one regret is that I stand up here and I do so with only 2.5 years. Michelle and Robbie, I envy you two so much. You've all had so much more time to soak this all in, more time to spend with this family, and more time to be in acoustics, so I envy you so very much. But I realized that as much as I wish I could have auditioned early, I realized that in my heart of hearts, I wouldn't want it any other way. Most people get into their group their first semester at college, but the people who get into the group during their first semester never really know what it's like to not be an acoustic. You can ask any second semester baby, and they'll probably tell you that the best part of getting in during the second semester is knowing that you'll finally be able to do what made you so happy. And imagine all that emotion. Now multiply that by 3, and that was what I felt. It took 3 semesters of not singing to realize that I wasn't being true to myself, and I wasn't happy. I appreciate everything about the acoustics because I know what it's like to be at BC without this fantastic group of people. Many people can say they can't imagine life without the acoustics. As someone who wasn't one for a while, I can say that life isn't nearly as fulfilling without this crazy group of people. So now, just for shout-outs, to my family, thank you so much. My family, my dad, my mom, and my sisters over there. Thank you so very much for, one, putting up with me. I can be a real pain in the ass a lot. Thank you so much for instilling on me this work ethic to always try and work harder, and for driving me to voice lesson after voice lesson, audition after audition. Thank you so very much. It means so much to me. Mom, again, thanks for putting up with me, and for buying me this shirt today. I'd be very naked without you, Mom. Dad, thank you so much for providing me with all of these fabulous opportunities that I've had in my life. I'm sure it isn't easy doing what you do, and I really appreciate everything that you've given me and Paige. Now Paige, over there's Paige. Every time I call home, I get to hear about the newest thing that Mom and Dad are proud of you for. And we're all so very proud of you, more than you even probably know. It's been an honor, a privilege, and a blessing to watch you turn into the young woman that you've become. A young woman of such integrity and character. I used to joke around that I was leaving you some pretty big shoes to fill. But in all seriousness, I can't wait to watch you continue to grow, and I know that you're going to fill those shoes quite well. To my friends up there in my cheering section, thank you so much for coming to all of my acoustic shows, and before I was an acoustic, coming and supporting me at other events like BC Idol. It means so much that you're here today. And I still have the We Love You Max posters sitting in my room from freshman year. To my girlfriend Annie, thank you for being there for me and for putting up with me. Also, thank you so much for taking care of me last night after Greenbrier. I literally wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Annie, so thank you so much. To my fellow seniors, Robbie and Michelle, we made it. It wasn't always easy, but we made it. I love you both so very much, and I can't wait to join this crazy group of people right here in the front with you next year. I'm always going to remember my time with the Acoustics. I'm always going to remember getting sung in. I'm always going to remember the sun breaking through the clouds at just the right moment during Hogan's song at Acapella Fest. I'm always going to remember Acoustics Take Paris. I'm always going to remember Sean disrobing during rehearsal and accidentally throwing his shirt out the window. I'll always remember exceeding clearance on the Hutchinson Parkway. I'll always remember talking for 4 hours in the Lions stairwell with Michelle and then having a bonfire outside. I'll always remember our Giggle Fest in the practice room while rehearsing Robbie's project the other day. And I'll always remember how much I love each and every one of you. Thank you for giving me the time of my life, and thank you for not giving up on me.